Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistat, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityVets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring a pair of $1 million stakes for 3-year-olds from Parks Racing, the latest victory by a top filly in the Grade 1 Cotillion, and a new track record in the Grade 2 Pennsylvania Derby. We begin at Charlestown with the Wild and Wonderful Stakes. Pants on Fire, the 4-5 favorite. Jeff Cernick picks up the call.
They head down the backside with Good Lord setting the pace. Still hangs on to a half-length advantage over Hands Up, Money Down. Back racing in third, now up the inside. Pants of Fire gains position over Smash and Grab, who drops back fourth. And then at the back still, Love Meister and the Camden Comet. Half mile, 46 and 3. It's quick out there, and it's still Good Lord clinging to a short lead between horses. Hands Up, Money Down second, and Pants on Fire ready to fire on the outside. And Paco Lopez says go, takes over the lead. Good Lord try to battle back inside. In third is Hands Up, Money Down, but Pants on Fire will win the Wild and Wonderful.
Odds on favorite Pants on Fire outfinishes Good Lord by 2 1/4 lengths. Paco Lopez, the winning jockey, in 123 and 3. Winner of the Grade 2 Louisiana Derby at 3 and a 2-time graded stakes winner last year, the Kelly Breen trainee gets his first stakes victory of this season. The 6-year-old horse by Jumpstart was bred in Kentucky by K&G Stables. Pants on Fire has banked $1,327,000 for George and Lori Hall. To Belmont Park for sprinting fillies and mares in the Grade 2 Gallant Bloom Handicap. Artemis Agraterra, the 2-5 favorite. John Embrial has the call.
La Verdad has opened up here. La Verdad by 4. The half. Sparkling 43 and 3/5 seconds, and La Verdad has opened up a 6-length lead as they come into the stretch. Artemis Agraterra was widest of all, is gaining ground on the outside with Willett, and then it's Merry Meadow. They're closing in on La Verdad. The lead is down to 3.5 lengths. Here comes Artemis Agraterra on the outside. La Verdad trying to hang in there. Artemis Agraterra driving on the outside. It's La Verdad and Artemis Agraterra. A photo finish. A photo finish in the Gallant Bloom Handicap.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. It's La Verdad and Jose Ortiz with the lead on the rail, but odds on favorite Artemis Agraterra and Raji Mirage are closing rapidly on the outside. Both fillies toting 118 pounds, and Artemis Agraterra gets up to take the photo by a head. Willett closes into third for a sweep by New York breds. Artemis Agraterra spent 6.5 furlongs in 1:15 and 2. Winner of the Grade 1 Frizette Stakes over the track at 2, Artemis Agraterra defeated older fillies and mares in her last 2 starts, including the Grade 1 Ballerina Stakes. The 3-year-old filly by Roman Ruler was bred in New York by her owners, Chester and Mary Broman. Trained by Michael Hushen, Artemis Agraterra has earned nearly $944,000. Artemis Agraterra paid $280 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old fillies featured in this segment. First up is Woodbine for the La Lorgnette Stakes. Sweater Weather, the 9-5 favorite. Dan Loisel picks up the call.
3/8 out, and here comes Unspurned, up to put Paradise Alley to the test, and those two lock horns in the run to the quarter pole. Ginger Swirl is third, Enhanced is tailed off. Sweater Weather has 7 to make up as they straighten away. Unspurned on the outside, Paradise Alley on the inside, and Sweater Weather begins to roll. And here comes Sweater Weather for Patrick Husbands to take on Unspurned in the last 16th of a mile. Sweater Weather, a perfectly timed run to win the La Lorgnette.
Sweater Weather by Adena Springs, Ontario stallion Milwaukee Brew stages a furious rally to defeat Unspurned by a length and a half. Patrick Husband's up in 143-3. Victorious in the Eternal Search Stakes over the track and trip last month, the Robert Tiller trainee was making her first start against Open Stakes Company. A $39,000 yearling, Sweater Weather has earned $287,000 for Frank DiGiulio Jr. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including SAR stats. To Churchill Downs for the Grade 3 Dogwood Stakes. 50 Shades of Gold, the 4 to 5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
And now they move for the far turn, where it's Ms. and Miss on top 3/4 of a length. And then comes Enjoy the Family. Thank You, Mary Lou is moving up on the outside of them. Behind the leaders, 50 Shades of Gold now comes under a ride to go on. Then Milam and Birdmaker, and they're at the top of the stretch. 50 Shades of Gold's got to get going. Now it's Thank You, Mary Lou, who's taken the lead. Thank You, Mary Lou in front, coming to the 8th pole, 2.5 lengths clear of Milam. Then Birdmaker to the outside, followed by Ms. and Miss. Farther out comes Henny Jenny, Nothing Today. From 50 Shades of Gold, it's Thank You, Mary Lou. Thank You, Mary Lou and Miguel Mena have run off to victory in the Dogwood.
Thank You, Mary Lou draws off to defeat Henny Jenny by 6.5 lengths. Milam third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Miguel Mena, the winning jockey, in 123 flat. A stakes winner on turf in her first start at 2. Thank You, Mary Lou captured a sprint stakes over the main track at Gulfstream Park in her 3-year-old debut. Third in the Grade 1 Ashland Stakes and 5th in the Kentucky Oaks. The Mike Maker trainee was last seen finishing 6th in the Grade 1 Test Stakes. The filly by Birdstone was bred in Virginia by Mr. and Mrs. C.W. McNeely III and was a $47,000 Keeneland November weanling. Thank You, Mary Lou has earned $275,000 for Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Miguel Mena with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Next, the Grade 3 Charlestown Oaks. Misbehavior, the even money favorite. Once again, here's Jeff Cernick.
They head to that final turn. Misbehavior still with the lead, coasting along to a 3-length advantage. Executive Allure still racing second, and Kiss to Remember is up into third on the outside. Down along the rail, Stormy Novel starts to drop back. On the far outside comes Nesso underway, and then Size try to be a part of it. But right now, Misbehavior's got the lead and showing her class. She's got the Grade 3 Charlestown Oaks all wrapped up. Taking a peek back was Javier Toledo, and nobody's near. Will coast home. The battle for second goes to Kiss to Remember.
The heavy favorite Misbehavior draws off to defeat Kiss to Remember by 9 3/4 lengths. Javier Toledo, the winning jockey, in 124-3. A stakes winner at Pimlico in May, Misbehavior finished second in her last 3 starts, including the Grade 1 Test Stakes and the Grade 2 Priory Stakes. The second stakes winner on the card for Jumpstart, the filly was bred in Pennsylvania by her co-owners Cal McWilliam and Niall Teitelbaum. Trained by Phil Schoenthal, Misbehavior has earned $790,000. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is a golden opportunity. Multiple Grade 1 winner Golden Sense by leading sire Into Mischief will stand at Spendthrift Farm in 2015. Call Spendthrift today to receive a $500 early bird discount in this track record setter. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Pennsylvania Derby coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with 3-year-old sprinters at Parks Racing in the Grade 3 Gallant Bob Stakes. Fast Anna, the 3 to 5 favorite. Keith Jones has the call.
Favorite Tail has taken the lead as they round the far turn. Fast Anna, though, moving very comfortably on his outside. Proto Bay has crept up in behind those two. Pure Sensation and with a chance. Goodbye Greg is making a bit on the far outside, but it's Favorite Tail at the top of the stretch. The half mile, a grueling 43-1. Favorite Tail comes down to the final furlong and opens up by 2. Proto Bay down inside. Fast Anna not gaining right now. Far outside, it's Bump Start. Favorite Tail has the lead with a 16th to go. Favorite Tail running a huge one here today. Favorite Tail, yes sir, he's got it by 3.
Favorite Tail, the front-running winner, officially by 2.5 lengths over odds on favorite Fast Anna. John Baisano aboard in 108 flat. A stakes winner at Belmont Park in May, Favorite Tail was coming off a runner-up effort in the Grade 3 Jersey Shore Stakes. The gelding by Tail of the Cat was bred in Pennsylvania by Paul Conaway. Trained by Guadalupe Preciado, Favorite Tail has earned nearly $370,000 for PJG Stable. Jersey Town, a Grade 1 winning miler by Leading Star Speightstown, out of 3-time Grade 1 winner Jersey Girl. Now available on Southern Hemisphere breeding time. Contact Darby Dan Farm for more information. To Delaware Park for the Grade 3 Kent Stakes. Divine Oath, the 4-5 favorite. John Curran picks up the call.
La Fontaine leads him toward the half-mile marker. The half went in 47-3. Up alongside, that's Bashart. Other Cheek is still right there in good position in third. Then a length and a further back to Divine Oak, trying to move off the rail now for clear sailing. Craftsman up on the outside. Cabo Cat is going to make a 4-wide run, and Gadget Man is dropping out of it. 3/8 to go. The tempo begins to quicken. It's still La Fontaine, Bashart. Other Cheek moves off the outside. Divine Oath still with the rail. Up on the far outside, Craftsman and Cabo Cat as they head for home. They've still got La Fontaine to catch. They went the 6 in 12-1. La Fontaine digging in, but now the rail opens for Divine Oath on the outside. Bashart. Other Cheek also trying to rally. Divine Oath toward the inside. Bashart on the outside. La Fontaine splitting them. It's Divine Oath edging away. Divine Oath, patient ride by Jose Caraballo, wins the Kent Stakes.
Divine Oath by Pin Oak Stud Stallion Broken Vow holds off Bashart by 3/4 of a length. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Jose Caraballo up in 147-3. Runner-up in the Grade 3 Coolmore Lexington Stakes at Keeneland, the Todd Pletcher trainee made his last 2 starts over the Arlington Park turf course, where he won the Grade 3 American Derby. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Sanford Robertson. Divine Oath has earned $335,000 for Let's Go Stable. The colt was consigned by Select Sales to the 2012 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Pletcher for $200,000. Multiple graded stakes winner Divine Oath, the Keeneland Sales graduate of the week. To Woodbine for the Grade 3 Ontario Derby. Breeder Stakes winner Amise Holiday, the 3-2 favorite. Dan Loisel has the call.
They're 4 furlongs out in the Ontario Derby, and Lunar Rovers led every step of the way, shadowed by Coltimus Prime in second. Peak Coats on the outside, third, and Amise Holiday's getting into it now. Has advanced to fourth and is 2.5 lengths off the lead, although caught 3 wide. And 4-1 chases Amise Holiday over to the quarter pole, and it's Lunar Rover with 2 furlongs to go. Coltimus Prime's being hard ridden. Amise Holiday's 3 wide. 4-1, 4 wide for Patrick Husbands. They're at the top of the stretch. A wild finish coming up here. Amise Holiday, 4-1 comes on, and here comes Coltimus Prime. 4-1 a narrow lead. Coltimus Prime, Amise Holiday, Lunar Rover to the inside. On the outside, 4-1, and Patrick Husbands to win the Ontario Derby.
10-1, Florida 1 scores the upset by 1.5 lengths over Coltimus Prime, with Amise Holiday taking third. The second stakes victory on the card for Patrick Husbands. Time of the race 150-4. Stakes placed over the Woodbine turf 2 starts back. The Mark Cassey trainee making his first start over the main track. The colt by Birdstone was bred in Kentucky by Gainesway Thoroughbreds Limited and was a $385,000 Keeneland September yearling. Florida 1 has earned $147,000 for Live Oak Plantation. To Parks Racing for the Grade 2 Pennsylvania Derby. In his first start since finishing 4th in the Belmont Stakes, Kentucky Derby winner California Chrome sent off as the 9-10 favorite. Once again, here's Keith Jones.
And they're off. And a good start for California Chrome. He came bouncing right out of there, but Bayern, of course, has the best speed, and CJ's Awesome going to go right with him on the outside. So it is Bayern in front, but CJ's Awesome will back off now, and Victor Espinoza will move up close at the inside now with California Chrome. Protonico will be 4th into the first turn. Tapiture is 5th on the outside. He's about 5 back now as they hit that opening turn. Noble Moon is tucked away at the inside running 6th. Then it's Classic Jock and Roll, and Candy Boy takes back last. Candy Boy is 8th. He's running almost 8 lengths behind. Bayern, a very leisurely first quarter, 24 flat. The track's been fast all day. That is a very slow pace. Bayern to the back stretch in front 3 parts of a length. Shadowed outside by CJ's Awesome second. California Chrome just in behind the top 2. He's 3rd on the inside. He's about 2 back with 5/8 to go. Pertonico is in the clear on the outside after a half of 47-4. Tapiture has edged his way up within 3.5 lengths of the lead as they run to the half-mile pole. Then it's Noble Moon, Classic Jock and Roll, and nothing yet from Candy Boy. 3.5 furlongs to go in the Pennsylvania Derby, and Bayern lets it out a notch. It's Bayern a length and a half. CJ's Awesome trying to stay with him now. Victor Espinoza says go with California Chrome. He's trying to get out from in behind the leader. They come to the top of the stretch. Tapiture into contention as he unwinds with a run on the outside. Bayern still holding on to the lead as they hit the top of the stretch. Still nowhere to go right now for California Chrome. On the outside, Tapiture trying to get involved, but it's Bayern coming to the 8th pole. Bayern has opened up 3. California Chrome on the inside is giving his best, but he's dropping back. On the outside, Tapiture is taken second. It's Bayern pulling away. They're coming down to the finish, and it will be Bayern impressive on the front end today. Bayern's got it by 5.
Bayern takes the field gate to wire to defeat Tapiture officially by 5 3/4 lengths. Martin Garcia aboard in track record time of 1:46.4, a 1:09 wrist speed rating. A record-setting 7.5 length winner of the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational, the Bob Baffert trainee gets back on track after finishing last as the favorite in the Grade 1 Travers Stakes. The colt by Awfully Wild was bred in Kentucky by Helen Alexander and was a $320,000 2-year-old. Bayern has earned nearly $1,640,000 for Kaleem Shaw Incorporated. Coming up, a top filly adds another Grade 1 victory to her resume. Time now for the feature Race of the Week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Parks Racing for the Grade 1 Cotillion Stakes. After her top challenger stopped charging, Maria was scratched. Untappable sent off as the 1-2 favorite. Here's the call by Keith Jones.
And they're off. And Untappable gets off to a very good beginning. JoJo Warrior is being hustled out of there, and Cassatt steps out from her inside gate. So it will be JoJo Warrior and Cassatt who vie for the lead into the first turn. And Rosie Napravnik has Untappable just off of those 2 on the outside. Sweet Reason is 4th here in the early going. On the outside, it's House Rules in 5th. Little Alexis is moved up 3 wide to be 6th. And then it's Vera Amore, and Stretch Running Joint Return is at the back. And Joint Return has dropped almost 10 lengths off the lead. They went the opening quarter mile in 23-2. They turned into the backstretch of the Cotillion, and JoJo Warrior leads the way by just over a length. Cassatt has switched to the outside. She'll sit just off the pace second. A little bit more than 2 back to Untappable. She's just loping along right now. She's sitting 3rd by 2.5. Sweet Reason and House Rules are side by side. Those 2 hit the half-mile pole just about 5 lengths off the lead. After that comes Vera Amore, Little Alexis, and beginning to make some progress from the back on the outside is Joint Return. The half-mile was 46-3. They move to the far turn. JoJo Warrior continues to lead the way. Cassatt trying to get to her second, and here comes Untappable now. She begins to make her move 3 wide as they approach the quarter pole. Sweet Reason in with a chance. She's now gaining ground quickly in behind the front runners, but as they approach the top of the stretch, here comes Untappable now making her run on the outside. JoJo Warrior trying to dig in down at the inside, and Sweet Reason will try to sustain her bit on the outside. They're coming to the last furlong. Untappable forges a short lead. On the outside, Sweet Reason closing in. JoJo Warrior holding tough. Untappable, short lead with a 16th to go. She's beginning to edge away. It will be the incomparable Untappable. Untappable's got it by a length on the line.
Untappable continues her quest for an Eclipse Award with her 1-length victory over Sweet Reason. Rosie Napravnik up in 1:42-3. Untappable easily won her first 4 starts this year, including the Kentucky Oaks, and a 9 1/4 length score in the Grade 1 Mother Goose Stakes. Sent to Monmouth Park to take on males in the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational, the Steve Asmussen trainee finished 5th as the favorite. The filly by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Winchell Thoroughbreds, LLC, and is a half-sister to Spendthrift Farm stallion Patio Prado. Untappable has a bankroll of nearly $1,897,000. we'll have Grade 1 Breeders' Cup prep races from Belmont Park and Santa Anita next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbreadweek.com.